Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Nick. I'm here to do a special sort of video here. I'm doing what I call an MVP disc golf challenge, where I'm going to use basically all discs from the MVP, Axiom, and Streamline lineup. I don't currently have any Streamline discs, but I do have quite a few here from MVP and Axiom, so I figure I might as well give you a quick tour before I continue. As you can tell, I've got the Axiom bag. It's one of the lunchbox type bags. It's the what is it called? The Cell 2.0. It's based off the same bag that is used by MVP, but they come in slightly different colors and a different branding with the Axiom logo. But it's basically the same thing, and I like it. For those of you who may know, I reviewed the original MVP 1.0 Cell bag, and I like that a lot. I gave it to a friend, a new player, and he used that. Well, I've got this one now, and so I've filled it up with all the MVP and Axiom discs that I have, and I'm just going to give you a quick little tour. As you can tell, I've got the little drink here. In this compartment here, I've got the little nano disc. It's a mini, basically, and I've got my phone, which I'll end up putting in here when I play this round. So let's go ahead and start from the, the bottom in terms of speed. Got a Nomad here. That's going to be my putting putter. I've used it before. It's pretty nice. The rest of the discs are relatively new, and I've not had a chance to play them yet, although I've played some variants of these. This one here is Axiom Proxy, which is going to be one of my throwing putters. My next throwing putter is going to be the Envy, and these two are in the glow plastic, the Eclipse 2.0, so I'm pretty excited about that. And then a disc I've really been wanting to try for a long time, the Paradox by Axiom. It's a very understable mid-range, which I think can have some use for short-range throws and maybe some rollers should you be inclined. I've got the Hex. I've heard a lot about this. As a lot of you know, I like mid-ranges, even though I don't use them a lot. But the few that I choose to throw, basically I stick with. I don't deviate. But I've heard a lot about this one, so I'm definitely excited to try that today. Hopefully I get to use some mid-range throws here. And another one, slightly more overstable or more stable mid-range. This is the Reactor, also in the Eclipse 2.0 plastic. So that's basically my putting, approaching, and mid-range throws. The rest, and those there are going to be most of my medium distance and under throws, or putts in the case of the Nomad. The other 5 discs that I have are all drivers, typically in the fairway class, although one is debatable. This one here, of course, is the MVP Relay, one of the first MVP discs that I got. This is in lighter weight. Everything else here is roughly in max weight or very close, but I've always been a fan of the Relay, and I've actually thrown this a little bit in the field to help me learn and practice, and I like this a lot. Next up, the Crave. I've actually really enjoyed using this, and I've used it when I do field work with other medium stability fairway drivers, and this one is actually pretty sleek. It's very aerodynamic, and it goes surprisingly far. Next up, we've got a Servo, and this is to give me a little bit more stability when I throw. You can kind of see that I have these filling out different slots. Next up, we have the Resistor. This is a lot more beefy, and I really want to see how this throws. These, depending upon the run, can vary from being modestly stable to significantly stable. So this, more than some of these, is dependent upon the run, but I'm excited. I believe I've got a run that's significantly more stable than, say, the Servo, and I'm going to find that out today. Last but certainly not least, you've probably heard of this before, the Axiom Insanity. Some of these, most of these I purchased, but like this one I got from Sean. He's letting me borrow. The one that he gave me is actually this Crave, which I'm really glad he did because I've enjoyed it. But this Insanity I really intend to use on a couple of the shots here that require quote-unquote max distance for someone like myself. And that's basically all the discs that's in the bag. There's really not much else to what I've got, so let's go ahead and play some disc golf. Okay, for those of you that are new to this course, the tee pad is essentially between these two signs. This sign is the end of it. There's another sign behind the camera, which is sort of the beginning of the tee pad, and the basket is straight away over there. You might not be able to see it, but that's where I'm throwing for. I'm going to throw this Insanity. It's going to be my first throw off the tee. Oh my God, that was really good. You know what, while I'm here, I'm gonna throw, let's try the servo. It's straight. Let me see what I can do with it. Ooh, hit a tree there. Pretty straight flying. Next, let me see what I can do with this relay. Figure why not? Got these drivers. Yes. All right, I like it. Okay, this is actually pretty decent, this relay throw. I'm gonna try just a couple shots so you can kind of see what the different discs look like, and I'll take that first drive as my official throw. Okay, that's really good. Let me try a backhand. I'm gonna move the camera. So realistically, I'm about 60 feet away, which is the edge of my putting range, so I could actually putt and get it within tapping distance, but let's try a backhand with this Proxy. Oh yeah, really nice. So those two resulted in a par. Let's go see if I can drive in this birdie putt. All right, so that's pretty hilarious. I've got this Envy here, you know, my sidearm, what is it, the backhand I did. And look at where my drive is. This is literally the closest I've ever thrown in this hole. That was my Nomad that I putted with, if that matters. All right, I'm gonna use this insanity since it worked so well that first time. This is the longest hole on this course, so I'm gonna see what I can do. Holy smokes, I love that disc. That's actually a birdie run too, but we're not here just to throw insanity. Let's see what this servo can do. This is gonna be slightly more stable than the Crave, but what the heck, why not throw the Crave too? Hope you guys can see me. Oh, I put too much ante on that. Hit a sign, but it's in bounds. Let's try this Crave. Oh yeah. I think that's even better than the insanity. Last but not least, oh yeah, the Resistor. Yeah, this one's beefy boy. Let's see how beefy. Oh, too high. I basically tripped over the undulated terrain. Last but not least, let's try this relay. Let me see if I can. I was too busy focusing on the camera and that to look down. Okay, I know where I'm going. Relay. Mosquitoes. There we go. Man, those are all really good. All right, so look how close I got with this relay, which is great for me because I didn't push it hard because it's understable and underweight. Here's the Crave. That's also really good, but man, this insanity really cooked it. So someone with my arm speed that throws under 300 feet for the most part on golf shots, definitely liking this insanity. And the servo that hit that sign, I've been looking at it and there's absolutely no damage on it whatsoever. So the plastic really is premium here. All right, so you can basically see this disc and me. And here I am, I'm 20 plus out. Let me see if I can make this putt. I haven't warmed up or anything. I'm just out here throwing because it's super hot and there's mosquitoes everywhere. All right, so just so you can get a reference, I put my bag here with all the discs so you can kind of see this, and there's a little lawn whisker here that indicates the edge of the T-pad. So that's where I'm throwing from. The basket is over there. You're not really going to be able to see it, but it's behind a tree. But anyways, so hopefully you can see me. You've got the Axiom Insanity yet again. Hit some trees. Okay, I'll take that one, of course, but I'm going to go ahead and throw these. Let's try this relay and see how this goes. I keep getting mosquitoes buzzing my ear when I'm throwing. That actually is, oh, that hit the underside of the basket. Jeez. So really I should be throwing a 6-speed. Oh, I've got another 6-speed disc. Here's a Crave by Axiom. By the way, I love this plasma plastic. It's very pretty and grippy as. Oh, I didn't get that as much as, no, that's not bad at all. As you can tell, I'm going up in stability a little bit from the relay to that. Now I've got the resistor. Oh boy, beefy boy. Let me see what I can do with this. I gave it some Annie. Oh yeah, that landed just next to the basket too. I know Mike's not going to believe this when he sees this video, but this is unedited, I don't know what you call that, servo. Just trying to do the same thing over and over again. So far, I didn't get that enough. That's all right, I've used up all my discs. All right, so I'm arbitrarily about 180 out. Let me go and use some of these mid-ranges just to see what they do. Let's try the Paradox. This is the one I've actually been interested in throwing. I'm just gonna give it slight hyzer. I'm gonna see what it'll do. Wow. Okay, I can definitely feel the understability there. Let's try the Hex. This should be stable for a 180-foot throw. I didn't give it enough, and I gave it some anhyzer. Okay, well, live and learn. One more mid. I'm gonna use this reactor. It should be a little bit more stable than that. Again, just arbitrarily 180 feet away. There we go. Oh yeah, that's definitely more stable. Okay, not gonna use any of those mids, but I had to see how they threw. I'm just littering the place with discs. I hope I remember where they're all parked. Fortunately, a lot of them are next to the basket. Let's try the other one. That was my Proxy. Here's the Envy. Let's see if I can duplicate that. I didn't give it enough. I just sort of, I fluffed it, left out of my hand. All right, so here's the Crave, one of my drives off the tee. You can ignore this Envy. We've got the Resistor, that was another drive off the tee. My Relay, this is off the tee. And my Proxy, which is my quote-unquote upshot, so I can get a par. All right, you can see this Resistor. I'm about 10 feet out. This Relay, I'm maybe 5. And this Proxy is about another 12 feet. So, oh, I left my Mini on the, over there. All right, straight ahead, down that way, basket. Of course, I'm gonna use my Insanity. This is actually too much disc for the maybe 200 or so feet this is, but I'm enjoying throwing it. So, okay, that's nearly an ace run. I'm of course gonna try the Crave, which is another neutral one, slightly slower. Nice. It did curve a little bit more towards the end, but I think I just didn't put enough on it if I had thrown it straighter. Let me try the relay again. I love the look of this disc. MVP and the PDA knocked it out with this stamp. And side note, every one of these discs are extremely grippy. I didn't put nearly enough on it, and I released it early. 2 more drivers to throw. Let's do that servo. It's probably slightly more stable than the Crave, so I'm going to see if I can put it out there a little bit more. Hope you guys can see this okay. There we go. Ooh, I like that one. Buzzed the tower. It was about 3 foot over the basket. So yeah, realistically, I mean, for someone that's a really good thrower, they shouldn't be throwing a fairway driver on this. So on my level, ooh, resistor. All right, let's see if I can, a little flatter, a little more power, see what it does. Wow, that thing is, that's a beefy boy. I threw it the way I wanted and it basically said, we're gonna go this way. So, okay. I don't know, how about y'all? Let's, you up for a Paradox? Let's see what I can do with the Paradox. Whoa. Okay, I'm gonna have to learn how to use that one. I think if I tried it with as like a complete flat, maybe slight ante, I think it would have turned into a roller, but it's definitely unstable. Let's try the Reactor. Ooh. Almost base. It's probably within 20 feet. Hex. Look at this. Hopefully I can do it justice. I tried pulling it more than I should have. That's really how I should have thrown the Reactor. Envy. Heck yeah, dude. All right, last but not least, let's try the Proxy. This is straight. Oh man, I grip locked. I'm sorry, gang, I messed up. Well, say what you want about this Proxy that I shanked. It's still pin high with the basket, just about 40 feet away from it. That said, look at all these other discs that I got close to the basket. I've got the Hex, that's 15 out. This Reactor, both of those mid-ranges, this is probably a foot closer than that. Here's my Resistor, the Beefcake, pin high, about maybe 3 feet shy of pin high, but 20 feet away. My Insanity here, which I'm gonna make a birdie putt. That close, that's amazing. And of course, this is the one that I goosed, this servo, and I completely cooked it past the basket. That's amazing. All right, so this is the best score I've ever had here, but to be fair, haven't played the last hole, and I've been working on my form and doing one thing a lot in my drills, so that's helped a lot, but these discs sure aren't hurting. Okay, and I just realized these I was missing. These are just inside the circle, the Envy and the Crave, so that's pretty cool. Not necessarily that I would make those putts, but that's an easy par on a course like this for someone of my novice to recreational skill level. All right, because this is such a short hole, I'm not going to use the Insanity off the tee. I will, however, use this relay. All right, well, the good news is I got past the concrete and I'm roughly pin high. The bad news is I'm about 30 feet away. With that said, let me go ahead and try some of these other discs just to see how they fly. The terrain is uneven here, just like it was on the last hole, so I've been I'm doing the same thing. Ouch. All right, well, I'm not showing these in a good light, so let me try, if I'm gonna hyzer, let's try this Paradox here. There we go. Man, I needed more hyzer with that one. I mean, that's safe. It bounced back in bounds next to the basket, but I can't necessarily say that that was a thing. Man, I'm just falling apart on this last hole. Sorry, guys. Thought I could do better. But you know what? We're having fun. Yes, that is what I wanted. That was a proxy. Let me see if I can make a slight adjustment. I didn't quite do it. I'm fluffing it the way I'm throwing it. All right, last disc I'm going to throw is the Hex. Well, I'm going to throw the Reactor. There we go, that's what I wanted. All right, pin high. All right, so the Reactor is actually right there next to that tree, so that's almost an easy tap in. So if you want to rewind and get an idea of what that one looks like, what that throw looks like, that was the only good throw really I had out of that number. So now I'm gonna try to make birdie. Oh, lay up. So yeah, this bad boy got it about 22 feet away. All right, well that is going to do it for this little MVP challenge. I really enjoyed it. Let me collect all my discs, collect all my thoughts, and give you an outro. So really, what else is there to be said? I think, you know, just picking up, what, 11 discs, putting them in a little bag like this, and having a round, casual round, pretty fun. I actually enjoyed the extra throws because, as you can tell, I need to practice. And yeah, I am really happy with these discs. I'm going to be doing more challenges like this in the future. So if you have a recommendation of challenges you'd like to see me do below, please comment below. I really enjoy interacting with my subscribers and even just, you know, passers-by, and suggest another brand I can try. I don't have a lot of every brand, and in some cases I would need help from the brand to help me try to throw some of the discs, but whatever. Anyways, very happy with what I'm throwing here, and I can definitely see using a number of these in my daily lineup. So that's going to do it. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.